This is Jupiter Today for the 31st of December 2014. Jupiter Today is a daily podcast focusing attention on the dynamic Jupiter system for the purpose of monitoring activity. At 0 hours UTC, the position of Jupiter on the celestial sphere is a right ascension of 9 hours, 37 minutes, 5.9 seconds, and a declination of positive 15 degrees, 6 minutes, 15.8 seconds. The angular separation between Jupiter and the Sun today is 137.374 degrees, and that's 1.088 degrees greater than it was yesterday. The phase angle, which is just the angle between the Sun and Earth as seen from Jupiter, is 7.189 degrees, and that's 0.148 degrees less than it was yesterday. The distance between Earth and Jupiter is at 681,400,386 kilometers, and that's 1,599,186 kilometers closer than it was yesterday. That gives a relative velocity between the Earth and Jupiter of 66,632.75 kilometers per hour, and that's 1,358.17 kilometers per hour slower than it was yesterday. The central meridian at 0 hours UTC, CM1, 258.64 degrees, CM2, 201.76 degrees, CM3, 100.25 degrees. At 0 hours UTC, Io begins the day just past western elongation and is now in quadrant 4, heading east. Europa starts the day in quadrant 3, heading west. Ganymede spends all day in quadrant 4, heading east. And Callisto spends all day in quadrant 1, heading east. 6 hours UTC. Io is still moving in quadrant 4, heading east. At 12 hours UTC, Io has moved behind Jupiter and is now in quadrant 1, heading east. Europa is just past its western elongation and is now in quadrant 4, heading east for the rest of the day. Ganymede continues also in quadrant 4, heading east. And Callisto continues in quadrant 1, also heading east. So all four moons are heading east. At 1800 hours, Io is still in quadrant 1, heading east. You can see that Europa and Ganymede are having some close interactions. No mutual events except for one eclipse that happens a little bit earlier in the day. And by 0 hours UTC tomorrow, pretty much the same situation. Europa and Ganymede still having some interactions from our point of view, and we'll see that on the 24 hours of Jupiter. There were two Jupiter satellite events. The first at 7:12 UTC, when Io will move into the shadow of Jupiter. And at 10:22 UTC, Io reappears from behind Jupiter. And there's one satellite mutual event, and that is Europa eclipsing Ganymede. This happens from 10:44 to 11:12 UTC. It's a 27.8 minute event with an estimated magnitude flux drop of Ganymede of 0.645, so this is once again a very deep eclipse. That happens 205.77 arc seconds from Jupiter. And Europa and Ganymede are 25.57 arc seconds apart. good photometric opportunity here. And now 24 hours of Jupiter's sky. You can see Europa and Ganymede here. From our point of view, Europa is eclipsing Ganymede. The red spot crosses the meridian of Jupiter 3 times today. The first at 0 hours 6 minutes, the next at 10:02, and the third at 19:58 UTC. There was one new image that I saw on Twitter. And there was also some new radio data from the 28th of December. And there were no new papers. So please subscribe. Would like to hear your comments and suggestions. You can send your images to the email shown. And until tomorrow, I bid you peace.